everything may just be falling apart.
But that's okay, because Checkpoint starts now. Matthew Haig, known as Nadeshot Online, is one of the highest-ranked Call of Duty esports stars. In fact, he was named Esports Player of the Year at the inaugural Game Awards this past December. This week, he has announced his resignation as captain of Optic Gaming and will be leaving behind esports for a while to get his head back in the game. He made this announcement after his team finished 7th at last week's Call of Duty Championship. Haig says, "I felt my passion to win wasn't high enough to compete at this level. I felt like I was playing not to lose. I wasn't playing to win." Haig reassures his fans that this is a hiatus, and he plans to eventually come back to esports after finding his roots.
An alleged ex-Rockstar game developer may have just leaked a major E3 announcement on Reddit. The anonymous leaker has posted details on what they claim to be the second Red Dead Redemption game. According to the post, the game will be a prequel that focuses on characters Irish and Seth and will take place in the same location as the previous game. As awesome as this sounds, rumors like these should be taken with a grain of salt. The anonymous poster may be right, but until E3 comes around, we might as well just consider this completely fabricated in the meantime.
After 16 months in service, NBA 2K14 has shut down online support. 2K Sports assured PlayStation 4 and Xbox One users that their career save games would not be affected, but this turned out to be false. On March 31st, 2K Sports deactivated servers for all editions of NBA 2K14. As a result, anyone with online save files have lost their access to their saved games. New save files can be created, but all online files from the previous 16 months have been erased. 2K said, "Sadly, this may come as an inconvenience to some of you, and we do truly understand and can feel how upsetting this may seem." Soon after, 2K reminded players that they can have another great experience when 2K15 comes out, leaving many users upset that they don't seem to be working towards a solution.
Square Enix announced last week that they will be revealing a new game via Twitch using a 3-day interactive experience. The reveal, which began yesterday, seems to showcase a Russian prisoner being kept in an isolated room. Viewers can vote on different scenarios, such as what type of music plays in the background during a torture session. Nothing is known about the project other than a Western studio is developing it, and it is codenamed Project Can't Kill Progress. The full reveal is slated to be sometime Wednesday afternoon.
Halo's free-to-play beta has drawn a lot of attention from modders who wish to access it. Unfortunately, the beta is only available in Russia. Despite this, modders have gained access to it after making region-specific changes to address players' expectations, and have obtained multiple copies of the game. The modders have also made a tool that can be used by others to access the game, which Microsoft quickly caught on to. Microsoft demanded it be taken down, however the modders responded, saying that they wouldn't be stopped anytime soon.
Last week we covered Nintendo's Super Smash Ballot, which allows players to vote on the next DLC for Super Smash Bros. If you recall, I threatened everyone to vote for Waluigi, but I'm here to tell you I was completely wrong. Mostly because a better contender has arisen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about the infamous bear and bird duo Banjo and Kazooie. Even though Microsoft owns the rights to the classic Rare title, the head of Xbox development, Phil Spencer, has voiced enthusiasm for their inclusion on Twitter. Spencer stated they've worked with Nintendo before on Rare IP, and it would not be an issue to include the two into the game. You know what to do, people. Go out and vote for Banjo Kazooie. Do it, or I will stuff you in a blue backpack. So Krissy, you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for a shameless plug. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't heard, our lovely podcast team, The Gaming Mall, interviewed Funhouse, formerly known as Inside Gaming of Machinima. If you have not been one of the hundreds who have already listened to it, make sure you do it now at bitebsu.com.
Well, that wraps up our show for tonight. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and at bitebsu.com.
And remember, if you forget something, you always have a checkpoint.
Nade and Haig. Nade and Haig. Nadenhagen.